Hey guys, welcome back, and it's time to take something out of a box. As you can see, I've got the Helion Avenge 10SC XLR. This is a four-wheel drive, brushless, short course truck, and my budget for the next purchase was $200. And I really bounced back and forth. I really wanted to pick up a two-wheel drive slash. I've never had one, and I figured I'd throw one of my brushless systems in there, and then over the winter, start upgrading it to make it more ready for the track on Thursdays. But I kept coming back to this one for the price point. It seemed like a really excellent buy for $199. And since I went through A-Main, I was able to use a coupon code for $15 off. So in total, shipped to me was $184. It seemed like a great bargain for a completely ready-to-run vehicle. I think the only thing you need out of the box is double A's for the transmitter. They do get you started with a wall charger and a nickel metal hydride pack. So hang on a second, I'll get this out of the box and we'll take a closer look. Okay, and here we are out of the box. First things first, you get 8.4 volt nickel metal charger. Wall charger is probably going to take at least several hours to charge with this. But if this is your first RC, it'll get you in the game, albeit at a slower pace. Give you a package with a few Allen keys, always nice to have on hand. I tend to keep all this stuff from my kits that I buy because I always seem to be misplacing some. Always nice to have on hand. Owner's manual, quick start guide, a manual on the transmitter, support information. Always good to go through and read those. Just curious if this has a parts diagram, parts explosion, or anything. It has parts listed by name, just not the pictures, so I prefer the pictures, but that'll do. If you've seen any of my other videos with the other Helion vehicles I have, this is the same transmitter. It's the iconic ET3. It's a 3-channel transmitter, and you've got kind of dark to see because all the buttons and knobs on the transmitter are all dark, but plenty of adjustability with this truck. My apologies for the background noise as my kitten is getting into everything. Onto the truck. Like I said, it's a 4-wheel drive, brushless, short course truck. And this thing looks sweet. You know, the black and the white really pops. It kind of fades on the top towards the back into a gray. Looks really nice. Spoiler on the back held on with a couple screws. I'm sure, given my history with RCs, I'll probably be snapping that off at some point early on. Body feels pretty sturdy. And again, like I always do with my RC purchases, I'm always looking for the best quality for the money. And I don't know how well this will show up in the video, but this actually comes with a dust shroud on it to help keep debris out of the chassis. I know in my times with short course trucks, a lot of times you get, you know, grass and dirt and small pebbles caught up in this thing, and so this was a nice touch, and it feels pretty sheen, so hopefully it'll allow the heat to escape out of there as well. Taking a look at these tires, man, if there's foams in here, they're very thin ones, but that I sure don't feel like it. Tires are glued on there though. Compound feels alright. Definitely feels like it's made more to last than for any sort of track performance. And first things I'll mention too, out of the box, this thing comes with LED lights. A couple white ones in the front, a couple red ones here in the back. Nice touch, but my intention with this truck, I'm not sure how long these LEDs will last. Pretty rigid mud flaps on the back. That looks nice. This truck has, I don't see it on the front, but if I'm not mistaken here, looking at the back, this certainly does appear to be a sway bar on the rear. That is a nice touch. That's not something you see all too often. And you know, the only RC that I own that I know that has any kind of sway bars is my old graphite RC10. It's a pretty nice touch. Other things I'm noticing right off the bat looking at this thing's got some pretty beefy shocks, and they are plastic bodied, plastic capped, but they do, you don't adjust your, wow, cat's in trouble. Knocked all the Halloween decorations off. Naughty. All right, guess I'm cleaning that up after we do this. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Like I was saying, the shocks here have threaded collars, so you can adjust just by turning the dials here. You can adjust your suspension, which is always nice. This thing has adjustable rods, front, definitely on the rear, and also on the front. This it's got the telescoping drive shafts front and rear, but these things seem pretty hefty. They're a good size. That is pretty impressive. Adjustable body mounts. The arms front and back have little guards in front of the shock, kind of help front impacts, I would imagine, and a lot of times you can get a little bit of debris caught in the bottom of your shocks. I'm really apologizing for my cat. She's starting to annoy me. Well, this also comes with the Helion brushless reactor. It's a 3300 kV motor, so we'll see under 2S power how that thing does. And I'm probably, with this, not even going to bother to run the nickel metal pack unless you guys really want to see how this thing does box stock with the nickel metal pack. I'll definitely do that, but if not, I'm probably going to start right away with a 2S pack. My plan is to just take this thing to the track tomorrow, hopefully weather permitting, and you know, everybody's able to come. My associated SC10 is down and out for a bit. I didn't get any footage of the last time we went out to the track a couple weeks ago, but she sustained some damages, so she's not ready to go. But I was going to bring this, and I also got my Charisma M10 SC. I threw a different brushless system in that truck, and I thought just for the heck of it, I would also take that to the track. But looking at this truck, this thing seems pretty beefy to me. You know, it's got straps for the batteries, which I really like companies that put the Velcro straps in there versus the, you know, the plastic retainers. I personally enjoy that. This is Hex hardware. Looks pretty much throughout. You know, you got a Phillips head holding your servo arm on there. But, you know, first look, I am pretty impressed. This truck, you know, upon closer inspection, looks really beefy. And hopefully it will hold up to my abuse. One of my biggest problems personally with four-wheel drive bashers that I have had is that I always break the front of the chassis on the ones that I've had where the bumper comes down to meet the chassis. This is nice. I like this because you've got you know, a long skid plate to your bumper. It's all one piece, but it separates here. So guys like me that tend to land nose heavy because I'm a horrible driver, I should, you know, just snap that and not have to worry about breaking the chassis. So for me personally, that is a big plus. And I don't recall off the top of my head how many amps the ESC is. I believe it's a 60 amp. I can look into that if you guys are more curious. But apparently I'm going to cut this one short right now because my cat is creating holy havoc with all the crap she just knocked off. Kind of like having a baby in the house again. But that's going to be the first look, guys, at the at the Helion Avenge 10SC XLR 4-wheel drive, brushless, short course truck. This thing looks sweet. I'm sure in a little over 24 hours from now, it's probably going to be pretty beat up, a little bit worse for the wear, I imagine. If I get time tomorrow before I go out to the track, I'll do a quick run out back of this truck to give you guys an idea of how she does. I plan on taking a camera to the track on Thursday too this time. Hopefully I can get some decent footage. Guys, as always, I appreciate you taking a few moments out of your day to check out my videos. If this is your first trip along my channel, please be sure to like, if indeed you do like what you see here. Comment. If you have any questions, drop them in that comment box down below. I always love to hear from you guys. And please think about subscribing. I try to do some pretty fun stuff here. Guys, till next time, take care. Have a great day.